What you should know about domestic violence in North Carolina. Domestic violence. What is it and what can be done for victims? Divorce attorney Dustin McCrary discusses the domestic violence laws in North Carolina. Hello, I'm Dustin McCrary. I'm here to talk to you today about a very real and unfortunate reality many homes across our state face. Domestic violence. Perhaps you or someone you love is the victim of domestic violence. If so, you may feel overwhelmed and unsure where to turn or what to do. If that's the case, first, you should know that you're not alone. Secondly, you should know that there's help available. No one should feel unsafe in their own home. You should know how to protect yourself, and you should understand your rights and how to assert them. In this video, we'll discuss the laws surrounding domestic violence in North Carolina and how the law may be able to help you protect yourself and those you love. The first step in understanding your rights under the law is knowing that there are two kinds of legal protection available: civil and criminal. Often, when many people think of legal remedies for domestic violence, they think of obtaining a restraining order. Those types of orders are generally obtained in civil court, where the victim is the plaintiff requesting the order, and the defendant is the one being legally restrained from certain types of behavior. We often receive questions about restraining orders, both how to go about obtaining one and what protection they might offer. Whether called a restraining order, a protective order, a 50B order, an ex parte order, or an emergency protective order, they all essentially mean the same thing and are obtained by following a similar process. If you are in fear for your safety or the safety of your children, you can file for one of these orders in civil court. To obtain one of these orders, you will need to prove two things. First, that you know the abuser in one of these ways. You're either married or used to be married, you live together or used to live together, that you are dating, have a child together, or are related as a parent to a child. If you're in one of these relationships, you qualify to request a domestic violence restraining order. Secondly, you must prove that an act of domestic violence has occurred. This may mean causing physical harm or placing someone in fear of imminent serious bodily harm. If you are able to prove these two factors, then the court is likely to grant a domestic violence restraining order. What sort of protection can one of these orders offer? Courts can tailor the orders to specific circumstances, depending upon the unique nature of each situation. Often these orders may include things like evicting the abuser from the home, or ordering that the abuser not go near the victim's home, workplace, or other commonly visited areas. Sometimes the order may specify a certain distance that the abuser must stay away from the victim. These orders may also address matters like custody of the children, as well as temporary protections to keep the victim safe and able to provide for basic needs. Things like temporary orders of support or temporary transfers of property. Typically, these orders last for up to a year, but can be renewed if requested, and if the court feels that a renewal is warranted. In addition to civil protections like restraining orders, the law also offers protection through the criminal justice system as well. When someone is charged with an actual crime, assault, battery, and the like, those charges are brought in criminal court. While the victim of the domestic violence may be a witness in the case, it's technically the state of North Carolina who is the plaintiff in the case and decides how the case will proceed. Punishments can vary depending on the severity of the crime and may include not only orders that the defendant must comply with to stay away from the victim, but potentially jail time as well. I hope that it's of some comfort to those struggling with domestic violence to know that the law is there to protect you. First and foremost, however, you should seek to do what's necessary to protect yourself and those you love by seeking safety immediately if you're experiencing abuse. Don't hesitate to reach out to family, friends, and community resources that are there to help you. For additional information and resources, please see the domestic violence section of our website at www.mccrarylaw.com.